Hello and welcome to 50 Plus. I'm James Lott Jr. here on JLJ Media, and I'm doing a little mini series to the end of the year, excuse me, called 50 Plus. 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. Now we're at 20 years ago. I can't believe 20 years ago. We're at 2003. Yes. Where were you? I am happy to talk about 2003. I was living in San Francisco still. I had a newish job working in farm and ag for Insurance Skill Center for the Big Eye of insurance here in California. It was called IBA West. I was at the time, 2003. I was assisting my best friend in the conference planning. I don't think I had become a director yet. So I think I was still like assisting conference planning, event management. And also I was an assistant for education for CE for the brokers. So I was doing that, living in San Francisco. Can't remember if I was dating anybody, raising the kids and in Sacramento and living my life. So normally I show a picture. Not a picture this time, but I'm gonna show you something. So back in the day, American Express, remember them? They used to come out with these special books every year, these planning books, and they were beautiful. And so for a few years they were doing this, I would get them. Now, I'd have American Express, but my aunt did, and somebody else I knew did too. So we ordered these books. The American Express appointment book. Do you remember this, people? See, and we got embroiled JLJ. So thank you to who got these for me. But it's 2003. I have 2004, and 2005. I have a whole drawer of my journals. I kept these because I'm writing a book about my life, and my life is in here. So even 20 years ago, 6 years before I began organizing, I was already organized. And they're beautiful leather bound. They had how to use the book. It's totally I wish they kept doing this. They stopped doing it after a while. And all kinds of goodies. I mean, calendars, all your personal data can go in here. If you're listening to this, I'm showing it. So I've written here my life as it was back in 2003. So I'm just going to look while I'm sitting here. It's going to randomly go in here and see what. Okay, so on my schedule, oh my God, that's like so funny. Oh, that's right. I was still at video control. Okay. So I found a piece of my history. So I have a show on this channel called Independent Voices. Still with the Big Eye. I came back to them after 11 years of leaving and started running a podcast. And I always talk about my life and how it started there. Well, here's one of the things. So I, that's right, I leave for LA, I leave for Sacramento AM. Okay, so funny. So at the beginning of 2003, I was working at a place called Video Control. It was a video store. And my job, March 2nd, I had a shift from 10:30 to 3. Right? But then on the 17th, so first I went to LA on the 14th, apparently, came back on just for a weekend, came back on Sunday. I started Nick's job, which was on the 17th, which was they had a thing called the Agribusiness Conference. It was in its early stages. I forgot if it was the first or second one in Sacramento. So I went to help my friend out during the conference, assisting or whatever he needed. And I took a vacation week from my job, video control. I had vacation time. So I was getting paid there and I was getting paid the new job. So apparently I left on the 18th, came back on the 21st. That's so funny. Then the Oscars were the 23rd of March. They went to Sacramento. They went back to Sacramento on the 28th. See my kids. It's so funny. I'm just like, wow, look at this. Anyway, I had to see that one. I also wrote down my taping schedule when to tape stuff. It says tape girlfriends, 9 p.m. channel 44. 20 years later, I'm doing an after show for it. Tape judging Amy. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. The Family, Survivor, The Amazon, Far Escape series ending March 21st, 2003. John Doe, remember that series? My life sitcom, It Factor, Road Rule, Real World, Road Rules Challenge. I literally Married by America. Some show called The Family. I can't remember that. 24. Sorority Life. Oh my god. Life with Body. Buffy. Scrubs. That is hilarious. I didn't realize I did that. On April 8th, 2003, I got the new Madonna CD single. That is. I left Gramophone Video Control on April 4th. So I guess it's kind of funny. So this just tells my life. These books were the bomb. Like I said, I'm writing a story about my life. So you guys, this stuff will be integrated in there. But these are nice books. They're only for a couple of years. They didn't do them very long. I love them. It's a little piece of the past. I wonder what happened to them. Anyway, anywho, uh, let's get into it. Oh, they're called the American Express Apartment Book. That's what they're called. Okay, so normally I do what I've been doing if you watched the last ones, and 83 still seems to be the most popular. So kind of funny. So this will see how these go. But I'm gonna finish these out. I do top 10 singles, top 10 albums of the year, top 10 movies, and top 10 TV shows of that season. Today, we're just a little different. We're gonna do top 10 singles, top 10 albums, top 10 TV shows, and top 10 world adventures of 2003. People voted who travel. These were the top 10 places they wanted to go. So let's start with that first. I have it over here. So I'm looking off to the side, but I have another computer over here. So the top 10 places people said they wanted to go. These are travel destinations in 2000 or 20 years ago, 2003. Number 10 was Nepal. Number 9, Belize. Okay. Number 8, Australia. Number 7, a place I like to go, Antarctica. Number 6, Alaska. Number 5 was Cuba. Number 4 is China. Number 3 was Egypt. Number 2, Peru. Love their food. And the number 1 destination, up from being number 3 the year before, Galapagos, the islands. Okay, never guessed that. China was number 1 the previous year. And Cuba was 25 the previous year, now it's number 5. So I don't know what happened in that year. But I like that. That was interesting. So Galapagos, see, I can't even say it. Galapagos Islands were number 1. I love islands, so that makes sense to me. I like islands. So that was good. So the top 10 richest. I said, let's do something a little different. I'm doing it in a different order too. Like, this is a little different for you guys. Now we're going to do the top 10 rated shows the season of 2003, 2004. I don't choose 2002, 2003 because to me, the beginning of the season is 2002. That's a whole different year. So we do the beginning of 2003, the fall, going into 2004. These are the top 10 shows of that year. But the way they have it, the way the ratings are, it's gonna be a top 11. And number 11 is Without a Trace, CBS. I used to like that show, actually. Number 10, I guess it's tied. Number 9, 10 is kind of tied. Monday Night Football, ABC, and Everybody Loves Raymond, CBS. Number 8, CSI Miami. Number 7, Survivor, which is still out there today. It's so funny. Number 6, my favorites, or as you know it as, ER. Number 5, Lady Became President, The Apprentice. And I used to watch it. I was an Apprentice fan. I used to watch it on NBC. And ER is NBC too. Friends, number 4, NBC, Matthew Perry, rest in peace. And number 2 and number 3, from Fox, and I didn't watch it, American Idol. Wednesday was number 3, and Tuesday night was number 2. And the number 1 show, I remember this franchise was so big. The number 1 show, CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, CBS was number 1. Just a little side note, Law and Order is number 12, Will and Grace was number 13, and My Big Fat Obnoxious Fiance from Fox was number 14. Kind of funny. Those were on there. Bachelor, Bachelorette in the top 21. So those are all those. Now we're going to do the top U.S., not the world, U.S. Billboard 200 albums year end for 2003. These are the biggest sellers. And back then, you had to buy it. There was no streaming, you had to buy it. 2003. At number 10, Christina Aguilera for Stripped. Number 9, Tim McGraw and his album, Tim McGraw and the Dance Hall Doctors. One of my favorite albums. At number 8, Fallen by Evanescence. Bring me to life. Yeah, that was my song. That whole album was my song. My whole album. Number 7, he won an Oscar. Wasn't there at the Oscars, but he won an Oscar for his song, Lose Yourself. The 8 Mile soundtrack. Number 6, one of my favorite groups of all time. I still play them today. Meteora by Linkin Park was their second album, Meteora. That was such a good album. Number 6. Oh my God. Hybrid Theory was the first, Meteora second. I was a huge fan of Linkin Park. Made Chester, may he rest in peace. Great album. Number 5, Let Go, Avril Lavigne. Remember how big she was? Number 4, before they got people screaming at them, Home by the Dixie Chicks. I never got a Dixie Chicks. There's like one song that's I kind of like. My best friend at the time loved them. Love them. I appreciate them. I understand their importance. I just wasn't into them, but I remember how big they were. My girl, number 3, Shania Twain with that was my girl. Love me, Shania. Love her, love her, love her. Come Away With Me. And number 2, Norah Jones. And the number 1 album of 2003 is It's Your Birthday, Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday, Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent. I met 50 Cent once. Very nice guy. I know. And lastly, for your little fun and pleasure enjoyment, the top 100, no, not doing that. Top 10 singles of the Hot 100 sellers of 2003. This is radio airplay plus actual physical sales. Back then it was physical sales. At number 10, Bring Me to Life, Evanescence featuring Paul McCoy. Number 9, Picture, Kid Rock featuring Sheryl Crow. Number 8, And We Do Miss You, Aaliyah. Oh my God, my friend loved the song. At number 7, right there, Chingy. Number 6, never got into them. I think Rob Thomas was hot back then. Matchbox 20 and I'm Just a Little Unwell. Number 5, Three Doors Down with When I'm Gone. Oh my God. Number 4, this song came out like gangbusters. Crazy in Love, Beyonce featuring Jay-Z. At number 3, he was big for a while too, Sean Paul with Get Busy. At number 2, he was a good songwriter and stuff, but he's life's a little different now. R. Kelly with Ignition, with the key in Ignition. And the number 1 song of 2003, just like the number 1 album of 2003, 50 Cent with In the Club. I know. 50 Cent had a bunch of songs on here. He had 21 Questions, I love 21 Questions with Nate Dogg. He had PIMP, he had Magic Stick with Little Kim. He had a bunch of songs. And then I just on a side note, one of my favorite songs, Baby Boy, You Stay on My Mind, Fulfill My Fantasy. That was at number 12, Beyonce and Sean Paul. All right. That's your top 10 of the singles of 2003, a little mixture of everything. Rock, R&B, sing-song, rap song, singing, all kind of stuff back then. All I know is that I'm in my 30s by now. I'm a grandfather by now, and I just know I had no idea the next 6 years of my life would completely change, and be leading my way here. So the next time we come back, it'll be 2013, and I will have been living in Los Angeles for about 5 years by then, or 4 years by then. So it's a whole different life, and I'll be in my 40s. It'll be a whole different life. We'll be switched into that. So I'm excited to see what happens there. I'm James Lott Jr. 50 Plus is everywhere, audio and video. Just find it. And I will see you next time in the future or the past. Past, future, past.